What's up? This is Red Supreme, also known as King Supreme. Back at y'all with some more content. We're talking about illegal immigration. Now, you guys remember, man, back in 2023, um, I was talking about ICE raids real heavy. You know, you can go back to 2022 and 2023. Yeah, man, I've been talking about this, and I'm one of the originals in this space over here when it comes to illegal immigration and how it affects our community, right? So if you've been rocking, you're gonna say, "Yeah, King, I remember back in the day." Not back in the day. 3 years. I can't say that 3 years is back in the day, but we can go back to 2022, man. And I was talking about these ice raids, but I was doing it on my main channel. And you all know my main channel got terminated because for some reason I attract a whole lot of haters, man. And I don't use the word hate loosely like some of these people. Some people will call you a hater if you disagree with them. I call these people haters because they report my channel. The haters got my channel terminated. The live stream that I did 2 days ago about Stephen Smith and the NABJ, somebody flagged it, right? And the whole live stream got demonetized, man. Shout out to Virgil Berry. Yeah, man. The haters got my video demonetized about Stephen A. Smith and the NABJ. I got a I got an email from YouTube saying that the video was the live stream that it's not gonna earn Google AdSense money, right? There will be no ads on the live stream. So when I talk about haters, I'm being serious. You got people that make 10 different accounts just to troll my channel. So we got a lot of haters over here and a lot of trolls. People be reporting my work, and it is crazy. You know what I mean? I don't understand why this small channel is such a threat to a lot of these people out here, but it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a major threat. The video that I did about the Mexicans who write NK on the wall, somebody reported that one. They took the ads off of that live stream. So I said, if I'm not making money off it, if I'm not making money off of it, you got to take it down. Because one thing I learned is this: when my live streams get demonetized, shout out to Virgil Berry. What's good, my brother? When my live streams get demonetized, I just take them down because I learned from my first channel. And what did I learn from my first channel? When my video get demonetized, a week later, they'll come back and give it a strike. So that's what happened on my first channel. My first channel was demonetized. The whole channel was demonetized, right? But what usually happens is they'll remove the Google AdSense off of the video, and then a week later, they'll just demonetize the whole damn thing.
Is touting a recent raid in Atlanta.
So yeah, hit the like button if you haven't already. Check this out.
Where they arrested more than 1,200.
Let's get into these illegal immigrants and these ICE raids. I had to give you guys an update about what's going on. You got people reporting the damn channel, getting videos demonetized. This is a very small channel. And why do people feel the need to hate on this small channel? When you run to the YouTube authorities to report channels, you are a beyond. But guess what? There's so many of them out there, males and females.
Illegal aliens. This comes after President Trump signed 2 executive orders to crack down on birthright citizenship and birth tourism.
They've taken birthright citizenship and they've made a joke out of it. And we're actually the only country of size, I think just about the only country, period, that does birthright citizenship. I thought we were going to win it at the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, we had a bad decision, very unfair decision. Our country suffers because of it, and we're ending it a different way.
The DOJ is also launching a new grant program called Bridging Immigration-Related Deficits Experienced Nationwide, or Biden for short. They offer up to $3 billion to cities that team up with federal immigration enforcement. And that's just one piece of the administration's immigration crackdown. For more, we turn to Joey Jones, who is at the big board. Joey.
Yeah, guys, there's only one way to look at this, and that's through the numbers, and then have a debate on if those numbers are where they should be or need to be. So we're going to go on the big numbers first. So the amount of arrests, the amount of apprehensions, depending on and in custody, we need to break this down a little bit. So you've got CPB and ICE. We've got the 7-day average, which is, hovering around 1,000 for CPB, over 1,000 for ICE. Then you've got total. And this is since basically the end of January in 2025. So this is almost a 18-month thereabout total. You've got almost 500,000 with CPB. You've got well over 500,000 with ICE. And then, so that brings it all together to obviously more than a million, quite a bit. These are just arrests. Then you look at your in custody 7-day average. It's pretty similar numbers between ICE as far as your 7-day average in August of 26 and 25. But the number actually does tick up in everything in 2026. So if you're talking about pacing on the calendar year, we're doing as much this year, if not a little bit more, than we did last year. The big difference there being a new DHS director and everything that happened in Minneapolis that supposedly has changed this strategy and how they want to arrest folks.
All right, Joey, so how many illegals have been deported since President Trump has taken office?
Yeah, that's it. How many have been deported? That's the number that Americans care about. That's the number that Americans who voted for President Trump care about. So right now, the number is 1.484574. That's the number that we have right now today. There are other numbers out there. These don't all add up to that, and I don't have a clear explanation why, but these numbers are very current and are very well sourced through DHS. And so the reason why I want to put this up here is you need to look at this number here, known self-departures. That's your second biggest number on the screen. Now, why is that? From what I understand and what I'm being told by agents, when someone is arrested by ICE or CPB, they have the option to go then self-deport. Leave now. If you're from South America, chances are you're out of the country within a week. If you're from places like Iran, that might take a little longer because they may not take their people back. And so those known self-departures, a lot of those fold into the ICE operations and CPB operations. So when you look at this number, it is closer to a deportation number than anything else. And also, I thought it was interesting to put the United States Coast Guard up there at 952. Their numbers fall under the State Department, and you have to roll them back in. So when you see numbers reported out there, sometimes it's where they're coming from and making sure all the agencies are accounted for.
So, Joey, all of that enforcement you're talking about sounds pretty expensive. What are taxpayers actually paying for all of this?
Yeah, so this is interesting. So a lot of people, especially on the Democrat side, would say, hey, it costs money to deport them, costs more money to deport them than it does to keep them here. I don't know, not so fast. So the U.S. average is about $2,500, so that's per taxpayer, to do the deportation operations. So that's different than per person being deported. So
now that's crazy. You know, somebody comes to your house and don't want to go back home, and they try to force, they want to stay here, right? It's like somebody comes to your house and you tell them to go home, and they do everything in their power to stay. They do everything in their power to stay, and you keep telling them, look, man, it's time to go home. And then you say, well, our country don't want us back. That's not our problem. It's not my problem. Get up out of my house.
Cost the average taxpayer right now in our efforts at ICE, when you look at all the funding and everything, about $2,500. But when you're talking about the price per illegal immigrant of what they're costing taxpayers a year, you're at almost $10,000. You're over $9,000. So what does that mean? That means it's not a one-for-one. It's not, it costs $2,500 to deport this person and $9,000 to keep them here. But what it does mean is this is a compounding number. That's $9,000 a year per taxpayer for the illegal immigrationists here. We're not even touching the fraud. So once you find out what that real fraud number is and start to factor it out, that number only goes up.
And the fraud number is huge, and who knows what that is.
And that number attacks both sides.
Precisely. So with all those numbers in mind, where are the estimated, what is it, around 330,000 Haitian
Yeah,
migrants.
this is a
who
more
could be caught up in all this,
nuanced
Joey.
part of
Go
this.
ahead.
This is what happened. We just had the opportunity, the Trump administration was just allowed to go after that temporary protected status for other countries as well, but mainly Haiti, or at least that's the one that's made the most headlines for obvious reasons. So a couple of things here. One, you can see the states that they're primarily condensed in. And ICE is operating in these states, but I think the nature of ICE right now is to keep things below the public view. They don't want the things that happen in Minneapolis. They don't want opportunities for those things to happen again. Whether that's right or wrong, a good strategy or not, that's their strategy. But you've got big numbers, 40,000 in New York, 14,000 in Ohio. A lot of them work in the healthcare industry there in Ohio, so some of the hospitals aren't happy about them leaving. But you know what?
Yeah, I mean, guess what? If you hire American citizens, you ain't got to worry about illegals getting deported. That's what I've been talking about. They hire these illegals to cater to the people that can't speak English that go to those hospitals. So the bigger the immigrant population gets, the more jobs will go to Latinos and Mexicans because they need those people that speak Spanish to cater to them damn immigrants. And that means less jobs for American citizens. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, they're here illegally. It's time for them to go, no matter how long they've been here. So one of the things they're doing, they've got these GPS monitors. We can't get a number on how many of them have. 14,000 in Ohio. A lot of them work in the healthcare industry there in Ohio, so some of the hospitals aren't happy about them leaving. But you know what? Hey, they're here illegally. It's time for them to go, no matter how long they've been here. So one of the things they're doing, they've got these GPS monitors. We can't get a number on how many of them have them, but it shows you what they're trying to do with them. You can't leave a 75-mile radius without permission. You can't skip your check-ins. You can't remove or tamper with it. What you can do is you can apply to self-deport. That's number one. That's what they're actually encouraging them to do right now as they litigate the process of deportation. If you self-deport, that saves us all money. It saves you time being held in detention once we make that decision. Obviously, they're going to give them some money. I don't know if that's going to stick around forever. And you can organize their return lawfully, give them the best chance of success when they get there. Listen, guys, you know, a lot of Americans want to see a lot of mass deportations, tens of thousands. I think that a lot of Americans voted for that. What DHS is saying is that it's not that easy. I don't know.
All right, we're going to bring it back over to the table for some hot thoughts on this hot topic. Joe, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
So we see some of the numbers here. DHS is, giving us some of them. I don't know the exact.
Getting rid of these illegals should be top priority, man. This is what we voted for, right? Well, I got to be real. If it was up to Black Americans, Kamala Harris would be president. Now, you see how we made videos saying the Latinos went against their best interests? Well, guess what, Black Americans? We voted for Kamala Harris. The majority of us who voted for Scammer. So we voted against our best interests. Thank God the other votes made a difference to the point to where they put Trump in office. If foundational Black Americans was making all the decisions when it comes to who becomes president, Kamala Harris would be in office right now. So foundational Black Americans, we ain't got no damn business pointing fingers at the Latinos when we voted against our best interests as well. True story, but don't nobody want to hear that.
Breakdown of the numbers and how many of these people have final orders, or how many of this is rolled over for when Kristi Noem was in charge of DHS. There's a lot of ambiguity in the numbers that we have over there that I have my own thoughts on. Okay. But from what Joey
showed, bro, most FBA people voted for open borders. See, people get mad at me because they don't like to hear the damn truth. I'm not going to coddle you. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you to make you feel better. The majority of foundational Black Americans voted for open borders, man. Kamala Harris won 90-something% of FBA women who voted. She won 70+% of Black men who voted. So what does that tell you? Foundational Black Americans, unfortunately, voted for open borders, which means we voted against our best interests, just like the Latinos voted against their best interests, which is why they're getting deported now.
Us there with the overall deportation numbers. Do you think that that is fulfilling the mission that we voted for?
Can I answer your question with a question? You said your own thoughts in terms of the numbers. I want to hear them.
Oh, well, The deportation number, the arrest numbers, I wish we had a little bit more of a breakdown of what those numbers entail.
Okay.
I think that there's a lot more insight that we could be given from DHS, and I would like to know if there's any worksite enforcement going on. I would like to know if, again, some of these numbers here of the arrests, they also include people who are turned around at the border. There's a lot that the numbers can tell you.
And people get mad in this community. Let me show you how feminine a lot of our people are. A lot of these people who claim to be FBA, I don't have a problem with FBA people offline. I only got a problem with the FBA goofies online. They're telling people not to support me, which is why you don't see a lot of these people in the comments no more. We're going to cancel people that talk about it. We're going to cancel people that talk about us. Let me tell you something, dummy. This is the honest to God truth. I'm going to show you how backwards we are. Our people voted for open borders. They voted for Kamala Harris. We got that understood, right? Now, my thing is this. If you're against tethers, why would you vote for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man? Make it make sense. Do you guys see how backwards that is? Most of our people make videos and live streams about tethers every day. But guess who they voted for? A cosplaying tether that's married to a white man. A woman that was going to keep the borders wide open that harms our community. Now imagine a group of people like that pointing the finger at me and telling individuals or telling groups of people that somehow I'm off code. It don't make any sense. All these videos every day about tethers, and guess what? Most of our people, the majority, the overwhelming majority of our people voted for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man. Make it make sense. But they want to point the fingers at people like me for telling the truth and claim that I'm off code. It don't get more off code than voting for Kamala Harris. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to get back to the content. It don't get more off code than voting for Kamala Harris. You idiots ought to be embarrassed. I don't like tethers. We need to get rid of the tethers, but you voted for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man. If you voted for Kamala Harris, shut the hell up about who's on code versus who's not.
A lot from the Obama administration when they had similar numbers, and they also used some of the same strategies.
I mean, I want you guys to think about that. That's how you know these people are dummies and they're haters. They don't like me because I call out the truth about our people. They make videos about tethers every day. But who did they vote for? A cosplaying tether that's married to a white man. I can't say it enough. I might repeat it 10 times. Most of those women, to all you FBA brothers making content talking about tethers, the overwhelming majority of those women and men in your comment section voted for a cosplaying tether. So how does it make sense that you make videos about tethers every day and the majority of your subscribers and fans voted for a tether? Make it make sense, y'all.
In those numbers. So there's a lot more that we could get into, Joe, but I'm not going to filibuster this entire segment.
No, don't do it.
I do want to ask you, though.
Tease the audience. I want it all out there.
I think that the more transparent DHS could be about the numbers and where the enforcement is occurring and how many of these people are worst of the worst and how many of these people have a criminal record and how many of these people are just in our country illegally taking our jobs and filling.
And then this was what they going to say. And I don't mean to keep pausing it, but I got to go in. I got to go in. Well, Donald Trump is a white man. Let me show you how they're full of crap. I had some of these women say that you guys voted for a white man. If you're so against white men, why would you vote for a cosplaying tether that's married to one? A cosplaying tether that was going to keep the borders wide open, and they was going to dump those illegals in our communities across the country. At least Donald Trump did something about the border. At least Donald Trump is deporting illegals and sending them back home. Kamala Harris was going to keep the borders wide open. Something is wrong with y'all. Y'all voted for a white man, and you voted for a cosplaying tether who's married to a white man. Just imagine what this country would look like if Kamala Harris would have won this past election. The borders would be wide open. Millions on top of more millions of illegals would be crossing the border right now, as if we ain't got enough of them already. Let me say this to you, foundational Black Americans. If you're gonna claim to be against a white man, why would you vote for a cosplaying tether that's married to one? It doesn't make sense. I swear, man, some of you guys, I don't know what to say about y'all, man. Some of you people are dumb and you don't have common sense. If you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your damn mouth about who's on code. Shut your mouth.
Our schools. I think that's important for the American people to know.
You want some assurance that they're not picking and choosing based on their own personal.
Donald Trump was the better choice, homeboy. I'm not saying you need to be a Donald Trump fan. Donald Trump is better fit to run this country than Kamala Harris. Open borders would have crushed this country. If Kamala Harris would have won, you wouldn't even recognize America right now. Every job would require that you be bilingual because there'll be so many damn illegals in this country as if we ain't got enough already. Kamala Harris would have destroyed this country if she would have won this past election. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying that you got to like Donald Trump, but Donald Trump was the better choice. I promise you he was.
Personal whims, like, you know, hey, I want these people on this farm, but I don't want them in that factory. And that's what a lot of Americans are asking. And that's why when Mark Wayne Mullin says what he said in that one interview, people start asking questions. Now, he backed it up with a post, but then now there's enough ambiguity there that people start asking more questions and get more skeptical.
Yeah. So, Joe, back to my original question. Do you think that deportation number satisfies the mass deportation promise?
I think in the end, and we talked about this last night, it bears repeating, until the Save America Act is passed, you could deport as many people as you like. But if that does not pass and we don't have a system where illegals are not voting in any way, shape, or form, which the Save America Act would do, then I don't know if any of this matters. In the big picture, that is the whole.
Let's go over to North Carolina, and I want you guys to see these ice raids, man. Oh man, look at what matter of fact, before we go into North Carolina, I want y'all to see how Mexico is complaining, right? Mexico is literally complaining that we're sending, check this out.
Now to a CBS News exclusive is rejecting the Trump administration's latest immigration crackdown. We've learned the U.S. has been quietly deporting Mexican migrants to different countries in Central America. Mexico has historically accepted all U.S. deportations of its citizens. DHS officials say the deportations have been going on for months. Immigration experts are calling the move unprecedented. CBS News immigration correspondent Camila Montoya Galvez is here with us in studio with more of his.
Donald Trump is quietly deporting Mexican immigrants to Guatemala and Honduras. So what? So what? Why do you care? Why should we care? Get rid of them. Send them back home. Send them back to Central America. That's where they belong. At least the people speak Spanish over there.
Exclusive reporting. Camilo, good morning.
Good morning.
What exactly is the Trump administration's objective with its deportations here?
It's a great question, Errol. So just to level set.
That's what I mean, brother. If you a foundational Black American and you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your damn mouth about who's on code. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear nothing from you. We got over 30 million illegals in this country. Just imagine how many more would have came if Kamala would have won this past election. That's something to think about. If you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your damn mouth about who's on code versus who's not. Shut your mouth.
We learned through Homeland Security sources that the U.S. government has been flying Mexican deportees around Mexico.
Objective with its deportations here?
It's a great question, Errol. So just to level set, we learned through Homeland Security sources that the U.S. government has been flying Mexican deportees around Mexico to deport them to Guatemala and Honduras instead of sending them back to their homeland. And that, we are told, is because the U.S. wants to deter illegal immigration from Mexico by pushing some of its citizens further south and away from the American border. By sending Mexican citizens to Central America, there's also an objective of deterrence. The administration is sending many migrants, not just Mexican citizens, to many different so-called third countries, nations where they have no ties, where often they don't speak the language, to send a message of deterrence, to basically.
Let me tell you something, J.R. Meadows. It's not about symbolism right now. Closing the borders is a win for foundational Black Americans, right? I'm not saying that we need to be Republicans, because we don't. The borders being closed and illegal immigrants getting deported is a win for foundational Black Americans. If you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you, my brother. Straight up and down. Illegal immigration harms the FBA community. You've seen what happened in Los Angeles. You see what's going on in Texas, and now it's spreading all across the country. Anchor babies are all across the country. What's going to happen? The more Latinos they have over here, the more jobs we lose, because guess what? Now they got to hire more Mexicans and Latinos to cater to these people coming to hospitals that can't speak English. That means more jobs for Mexicans and Latinos and less for you. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I think or feel. Me being from Los Angeles, I understand that firsthand, my brother. I understand the negative effect that illegal immigration and anchor babies have on foundational Black Americans in our communities across the country.
Basically signal to migrants, not just Mexican citizens, to many different so-called third countries, nations where they have no ties, where often they don't speak the language, to send a message of deterrence, to basically signal to people in the country illegally or who are thinking of coming to the U.S. illegally that there's now a chance that not only could they be arrested and deported to their home country, but they could very well be deported to a country where they have no ties and, again, ejected from the U.S.
Now, Mexico, in many ways, has been working with the U.S.
That's
on
right.
securing the U.S. southern border, on helping with these policies, but it seems to be outraged by this policy. What is the Mexican reaction?
Well, Mexico is not happy about this, and Mexico is not happy about this, Errol, because it says that it is willing to accept the return of all its citizens, so it doesn't really understand why the U.S. is now flying some of its citizens to Guatemala and Honduras. In fact, we received a statement from the Mexican Foreign Ministry, and I want to read you that statement. Mexico said, "The government of Mexico accepts the return of all its nationals. It therefore rejects the deportation of Mexican nationals to third countries and has no such agreement actually in place." So it is saying that it has not been consulted by the Trump administration on this front, and that it has not agreed for the U.S. to send its citizens to Guatemala and Honduras.
And what about reaction from those nations? So have they spoken
So we
out?
did contact representatives for the Honduran and Guatemalan governments, but have yet to hear back.
All right, Kilma Montoya Galvez, appreciate your reporting. Thank you.
Niños, buenos días.
All right, now let's go to the next clip, man. I've been telling you guys, man, about all this stuff that's been going on.
New research from UCLA reveals small businesses appear to be paying the price for Trump's crackdown on immigration. Let's bring in MS Now reporter Jillian.
Get the lights up now. We're going to talk about LA real quick, and then we're going to get into the ICE raids in North Carolina, the meat and the potatoes of the show. First things first, we got a 7-minute video. We're going to break this down. We're going to move to the main topic. North Carolina and ICE raids, like I told you, Latinos represent 70% of the new homeowners in North Carolina. So ICE raids in North Carolina is necessary. We're going to get to that right after this.
Frankel, who joins us from Los Angeles with a new look at the ongoing uncertainty for customers and how the landscape has shifted for shop owners. Jillian, what did you find?
Guys, good morning. What surprised the lead author of that UCLA study and what surprised me in speaking with so many business owners here in Los Angeles is the long-term impact that these raids have had. Yes, they lost money. Yes, they lost visits from customers back when the surge first began last summer. But this study found 95% of respondents reported ongoing financial stress nearly a year later.
Clarissa Hernandez can still recall how quickly everything changed here as federal immigration agents ramped up operations across Los Angeles last June.
It felt like a lot of us were very vigilant of the front door. Our community members were coming in here distressed, whether it was fear for their family, their friends.
Hernandez owns Nativo, a bar and restaurant in the Highland Park neighborhood of LA.
Throughout the
Let me tell you something, J.R. Meadows. How are we going to complain about what the Democrats or the Republicans are doing, and most foundational Black Americans voted for open borders? If we're not smart enough to vote for what's best for us, then how do we're not in any we're in no position to point the fingers because we're just as foolish as these Latinos that voted for mass deportation. What makes us better than the Latinos when we voted for open borders and they voted for mass deportation? We ain't no better. Nobody in a right mind is going to respect a group of people that votes for open borders. People look and listen, homie, people look at us like we're idiots. And they're saying, why would foundational Black Americans vote for open borders? Why would they do that? How dumb they got to be. People think we're dumb, and I understand why. They have every right to believe we're dumb because most of us are. If you a foundational Black American and you voted for Kamala Harris, who promoted open borders, you're a dummy. You ain't got no damn business critiquing anybody. You ain't got no damn business running your mouth about who's on code versus who's not. If you voted for Kamala Harris, if you voted for Kamala Harris as a foundational Black American, shut your damn mouth. Shut your mouth. You ain't got no damn business talking about nobody.
Restaurant industry, we saw that there were individuals who were afraid to come to work. Could we open? What hours and days of the week can we actually open? And there was a tremendous slowdown in foot traffic.
Potential customers, too, were suddenly scared to go out, she says, impacting her bottom line. At one point, she estimates sales were down by about 40%.
Hospitality is all about being happy and making sure you're having a good time and serving cocktails. But when you're carrying this weight, which is pain and hurt and fear, it's very difficult to do that.
And she's not alone. A new report from UCLA's Latino Policy and Politics Institute analyzed foot traffic data and conducted surveys to find that...
Listen, it made sense for Latinos to vote for Kamala Harris, but they're dumb too. If Latinos had common sense, they would have voted for Kamala Harris. She was going to keep the borders wide open. Jose and Maria would be able to stay here. All the Haitians would be able to stay here. All these different immigrant groups would be able to stay here if they would have voted for Kamala Harris. So it made sense for the Africans, the Haitians, and the Mexicans to vote for Kamala Harris. It made perfect sense for them to vote for her, but it makes zero sense for a foundational Black American to vote for Kamala Harris. That is just stupid. That is dumb. Foundational Black Americans voted. Listen, foundational Black Americans voting for Kamala Harris is the equivalent of Mexicans voting for Donald Trump. It's no different. It's the same thing. It's stupidity on both ends.
Businesses across 9 enforcement sites around the county saw some 46,000 fewer visits and more than $3 million in losses within just 2 weeks of enforcement activity. In the Fashion District, the site of a federal raid last June, Councilmember Isabel Jurado says vendors are still struggling to recover their businesses and sense of safety.
During the 4th of July weekend that year, one of the vendors said they only made $3 the whole weekend. And that 4th of July weekend is usually when they would make, so.
Shout out to the north side of Dallas, man. The north side of Dallas blessed us with a cash app. I appreciate you, my brother, man. I'm trying to get some new people over here, man, because a lot of those old people who used to watch my channels, these are those wannabe FBA warriors these are the wannabe FBA warriors that voted for Kamala Harris, which means open borders. So we need some new supporters. I want to bring in a wave of new people who actually appreciate the damn truth. Those are the people that I'm trying to attract to my channel. So get the likes up. Tell a friend is going to tell a friend. We're dropping real content over here.
Much money that would last them the summer, and they feel like they can't catch a break. First it was COVID, and they're recovering from that, and then hit with the ICE raids. And so there are just so many issues here, and that they live in. This Los Angeles, like when you go downtown LA, it looks like Tijuana. It's a bunch of Mexicans selling clothes and all different types of goods. So they're saying how ICE raids has affected the economy downtown. Do we care? No, these ain't nothing but illegal immigrants and anchor babies with businesses. It's not affecting Black businesses. It's affecting Latino business. Anyway, man, let's get back to the content.
Enforcement sites around the county saw some 46,000 fewer visits and more than $3 million in losses within just 2 weeks of enforcement activity. In the Fashion District, the site of a federal raid last June.
It's called the Alley. Like if you've been to Los Angeles, this area is called the Alley, where you have all these little businesses that sell different goods. If you've been to LA and you ever ventured off downtown, maybe you've been to the alley. Well, this is it right here. And they're losing a lot of money because guess what? The alley is full of illegals. Full of illegals and anchor babies selling products and goods. And now they're missing out on money because a lot of people are too afraid to come out because of the ICE raids. Do we care about them losing money in business? Absolutely not. They don't give a damn about what's best for us. So why do we give a damn about what is best for them?
Councilmember Isabel Jurado says vendors are still struggling to recover their businesses and sense of safety.
During the 4th of July weekend that year, one of the vendors said they only made $3 the whole weekend. And that 4th of July weekend is usually when they would make, so much money that would last them the summer, and they feel like they can't catch a break. First it was COVID and they're recovering from that, and then hit with the ICE raids. And so there are just so many issues here, and that they live in fear.
When we asked about the economic impact of enforcement activity, the Department of Homeland Security highlighted deportation totals, saying in part, quote, in President Trump's first year back in office, more than 3 million illegal aliens have left the U.S. because of the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. But LA City Council member Eunices Hernandez painted a different picture of the community she grew up in.
They're not going after the worst of the worst. That is a distraction. They're going after anybody that looks brown. That's what we've seen in our district. That's what we've seen in the city.
She says the enforcement activity was enough to push some local shops over the edge.
Many of the businesses that have been impacted by the federal immigration raids haven't been able to open up again. They've lost employees. Their customer base is gone.
Yo estoy dormido.
We're at El Mercadito, where these hallways used to be packed with locals shopping at Latino-owned small businesses.
Perrito, perrito. You gotta roll that R, man.
Here we met Ricardo as he was waiting for a sale. He immigrated from Mexico, inherited the shop from his mother.
I told you they turned downtown LA into Mexico, and they're doing the same thing in Louisiana. Do you know that in the New Orleans area in Louisiana, there's 200,000 Latinos living in the New Orleans area? Do you know that New Orleans now have a Mexican mayor? And why do you think New Orleans got a Mexican mayor? Well, New Orleans got a Mexican mayor so that she can cater to the growing Latino population. Same thing happening with these jobs. They hire these Mexicans and Latinos to cater to the growing Latino population. You ask yourself, right? Well, if New Orleans is a majority black city, how do they have a Mexican mayor? Well, it's simple. I just told you. They gave New Orleans a Mexican mayor to cater to that growing Latino population, plain and simple. Now let's get back to it. This particular area of Los Angeles looks like Mexico. It looks like Mexico. It looks like Mexico.
Again, they've lost employees. Their customer base is gone.
Yo estoy dormido.
Mato perrito, bruto perrito.
We're at El Mercadito, where these hallways used to be packed with locals shopping at Latino-owned small businesses.
Here we met Ricardo as he was waiting for a sale. He immigrated from Mexico, inherited the shop from his mother, and has worked here for more than 30 years. He says business was down about 80% last June. It's better now, but still not where it used to be.
A lot of people, what they do is saving money, like we say in Spanish, just in case. If we got deported, just in case we're gonna have some money saved.
When business is slow, he's forced to cut his workers' hours. Still, he doesn't want to let them go.
I'm gonna try to do my best as long as I can.
And there's research suggesting a similar effect playing out at shops nationwide. Professor from the Wharton School looked at businesses all across the country, and he found more than 8 billion fewer visits to businesses in areas impacted by these federal immigration operations. Guys?
MS Now reporter Jillian Frankel, thank
Illegal immigrants, they steal your benefits. And, you know, I got people copying me, man. You know, you got people online copying me. They won't get a credit. I said, ice, ice, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Now, I was saying that back in 2023. I see people on TikTok and YouTube. It's like, how you going to steal what I was saying and not give me props for it? You guys are thieves, homie. Y'all remember when I was screaming, ice, ice, baby, ice, ice, baby, doom, 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 ice, ice, baby.
Thank you very much. Let's bring in now MS Now White House reporter Laura Barron Lopez. And Laura, you've been covering extensively issues related to ICE's massive budget. So what we've been looking.
Now let's go over to Tennessee, man. Not Tennessee. Let's get on. Live, 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 right, live. Yoon up, yoon up, yoon up. Forward march.
Niños, buenos días.
Now get the lights up. Now these are immigrant children, right?
Vamos a orar antes de irnos, porque siempre que salimos, darnos a Dios para que Dios nos guarde en el camino.
A prayer for protection.
Cuida a todas las personas que salen a trabajar, Señor, que salen a la escuela, a los niños, Señor, protégelos de todo.
They're going to show us these videos, and I need you guys to get the lights up. They're going to show us these videos to make us feel sorry. But the thing about it is this. If these illegals knew that their children wouldn't be citizens, if they had them in this country, they would send their children back with the parents. What's the purpose of letting the children stay, but you're going to send back the parents? That's like if you got roaches in your house. You crush the roaches on the surface, but you do nothing to get rid of the nest. Well, the children are the equivalent to the nest. If these illegals can dump anchor babies and their children become citizens, you're not getting rid of the problem. It makes no sense. If the parents got to go back home, you send the children with them. Take away. There should be no such thing for birthright citizenship for a damn illegal. If you're undocumented and you're not a citizen of this country, your child should not be a citizen. I don't give a damn if they're born in this country. They should have changed that law a long time ago.
De todo peligro, Señor, y en tus manos yo coloco a mis hijos.
In a time of great peril.
Guardándonos, Señor, en este día y que nos permita regresar de nuevo a casa, Señor.
No child should live in fear. But for boys like Pablo and Dylan.
Yeah, and if you stop these illegals from coming over here, if you took away birthright citizenship, they couldn't have their kids in this country. Now we got to feel sorry for them because the parents got to go home, but we're going to let the children stay in detention centers. I mean, make it make sense. If the parents got to go, the children got to go. These are anchor babies. These are not American citizens. If your parents came here illegally and they're undocumented, none of these kids should have citizenship. That is common sense.
That is what they live with from the moment they wake. They're both U.S. citizens born in this country.
See, they're anchor babies, right? They're U.S. citizens. How? If your parents, this is the dumbest thing ever. These kids are American citizens. How? Because they were born here. Their parents came here illegally, undocumented. So why do we give the children citizenship? It don't make any sense. They should have changed that law a long time ago. Why you think we got so many Mexicans and illegals from Mexico and Central and South America now? Because they've been taking full advantage of that scam. Oh, we can come to America illegally and have babies and our children become citizens? Hell yeah, they flooded the border by the millions. They came across the border by the millions to dump these anchor babies. This right here is a prime example. These children are American citizens. No, the hell they're not.
They're both U.S. citizens born in this country, but the mother is not. Originally from Guatemala, Berta is one of the estimated 8 million undocumented people working in America.
Man, did you guys hear those numbers? Crazy.
A él cuando lo agarraron en este lugarcito de aquí.
Oh my God, man.
Ya no alcanzó a llegar a la casa. Y en ese momento me sentí muy triste porque pues me quedaba yo sola.
So she's saying her husband, I guess he went to work and he didn't come back home. Now she's left alone with the children. Well, you knew the risk when you came over here, right? And my thing is this. None of these children should be citizens if the parents are not citizens. Stop allowing these illegals to abuse the damn law. That's exactly what you've been doing. You've allowed them to abuse the law. And You reward their children with birthright citizenship, even though their parents broke the damn law to come here and they're undocumented. Why would you reward somebody for breaking a damn law? You can come over here illegally, but if you have your baby in this country, your children become citizens. You're rewarding illegal border hoppers for breaking the damn law at that point.
Berta's husband was picked up 6 months ago by ICE, part of President Trump's campaign to ramp up deportations of people in the country illegally.
All right, let's go to the ICE raids. I just wanted to give you guys a small glimpse of that. And man. Burrito. Mata burrito. Now, this is North Carolina. Let's move on to North Carolina. We're going to get into these ICE raids, baby.
Hey, I'm Allie Bradley with New Nation. In this week's Bradley on the Border, we embed with ICE and their special...
Masit burrito. Masit burrito. Matam burrito. Mexico.
Response team here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Remember, the last time we were here was during an at-large operation led by former Commander-at-Large Gregory Bovino. So we're seeing how things are different now, how they're actually conducting their operations, and who they're going after.
Prior surveillance has shown when he goes to the car, he's not looking over his shoulder. He's pretty nonchalantly going to the car. So hopefully he's doing that again today. If for some reason he sees us, we've got an officer going straight to the door to block the door at 228 before he tries to run back inside the house. If for some reason he makes it to the back of the apartment complex, we're going to establish an inner perimeter on the backside and try to contain him as much as possible. With as many people that we have, that should not be an issue.
Así perrito, matar amigo. Masa perrito, masar amigo, retapatito, rasal merido.
Yeah, they got PIG through the window. We put about 8 minutes per Subaru for him to come out.
Golly, we just unlocked his car.
It's gonna be 8 minutes.
They are hunting down illegal immigrants for deportation.
I'm rolling now, just so everybody knows.
Matsam perrito, rasal amigo.
Target's walking out. Stand by.
That's the dually.
Get the likes up, man. I don't know why you guys playing with them lights. Shout out to Desmond Hill for blessing us with a cash app. It is beautiful, man. Shout out to Desmond Hill. You already knowing the damn deal. What's up, burrito? What's up, amigo? Now, this is North Carolina. They are tracking down illegal immigrants to send them back home. North Carolina has one of the fastest growing Latino populations in the nation, in the whole damn country. That is a fact, homie.
All right, move.
Hell yeah, they doing their job, man.
How you doing this morning, sir?
Good, yourself?
Good.
This right here is a PSA to foundational Black Americans. If you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your damn mouth about who's on code versus who's not. I'm going to say it again because a lot of you people are slow. If you are a foundational Black American and you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your damn mouth about who's on code versus who's not. Shut your mouth.
Nice to meet you.
I think we met before. It's been a while. We were over there working.
Parked it to the side. It's missing the front bumper. It's burgundy with tinted windows. He's pulling the silver Tacoma into the garage.
We just got a police report that makes the first party. So all the two jobs guys, can you guys set up the perimeter for us?
Sorry. No, you're fine.
So you guys take the reading, set a perimeter.
Hey, man, they've been pulling up, man. Oh, they pulling up in North Carolina. North Carolina, go ahead and raise her. Take your shirt off. Wave it in the air like a helicopter. North Carolina, go ahead and raise her.
Hey, the Georgia guy is ours.
Yeah, he is. But I'm not overly sure which house it is here. Well, they're going now. They're setting the perimeter.
North Carolina, go ahead and raise her. Go ahead and raise her. Take your shirt off. Wave it in the air like a helicopter.
It's gonna be the white one.
Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when ice comes for you? Bad boy, what you gonna do when ice comes for you? Bad boy, what you gonna do? Ice is coming for you. 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 What you gonna do when ice comes for you? Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when ice comes for you? They're gonna say, man, it ain't funny, Red. You're damn right it's funny. What you gonna do? Ice is coming for you, bad boy. What you gonna do? Ice is coming for you. Shout out to Danny Valencia for the Cash App. Shout out to Desmond Hill for the Cash App. Shout out to my man Leroy Johnson. Shout out to you for the Cash App, my brother. One of the first, I believe this is the first time that I seen you, but salute to you. Bad boys. What you gonna do? Ice is coming for you.
Yeah.
Policia, ice is coming for you. Policia. Now, you know these Mexicans ain't got no damn business in North Carolina. Stay in California. Stay in the southwest region. Stay in the southwest region of the country. The last thing we need is Mexicans in the deep south, in North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. That's the last place that we need Mexicans in this country. Send them back to California. Send them back to Mexico. Better than that. Bad boy, bad boy. What you want to do? ICE is coming for you. ICE is coming for you.
You might have to go all the way around. I didn't realize he played. Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
Hey, upper window. Upper window.
There's kids.
Yep.
Look at Maria. She looking like, oh, hell no. You coming for Juanito. Juanito's at work. Juanito left to work early this morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Federal arrest warrant. Come to the door. We're going to open the door. Come open the door. Federal arrest warrant.
Juanito. Oh, they bust the door down. He said, if you don't open this door, we're going to bust it down and come up in there. You better open this door right now. I'm going to huff and puff and blow this whole damn house down. You better open that damn door now. Look at this right here. Look, check this out right here. Look. Oh, man. I told you, Latinos, listen, homie, in the state of North Carolina, Latinos represent 70% of the new homeowners. The government is giving them money. They're getting jobs. They're getting all type of benefits when they come over here, man. 70% of the new homeowners in North Carolina are Latinos. You talk about a mass invasion.
No one was more surprised than I am. No.
Shout out to Matthew Stewart, man. We got salute to my man Matthew Stewart for blessing us with a cash app. Now that's realer than rap, Jack.
That's what she's saying now.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Hey, man, these people are getting nice houses in North Carolina. They're getting nice houses, I'm telling you. Then they're looking for Hector. Hector is at work, man. Hector got a landscaping job. Hector got a job doing construction. Hector ain't at home right now. They up in the house looking for Hector. Maria's sitting, listen. Maria is sitting right there on the damn in the damn chair in the damn yard. They're up in the house right now looking for Hector. Knowing damn well Hector done went to work already. Now they got to play Where's Waldo for Hector. Now they're going to bring out the children. They got to play this search game of Where's Waldo, where's Hector? Look, got the baby. Now they got to bring the babies out now. Just your old lady got to come for the babies.
¿Habla inglés o no? Poquito.
Mi esposo sí es
Sí.
Now look at her. She got these anchor. Trust and believe these are anchor babies, bro. These are anchor babies 100%, bro. Now they're up in the house right now looking for Hector. Hector's at work. Why don't you detain her and wait for Hector for when, listen, homie, Hector gonna be home around 5 or 6 o'clock. Lay in the cut, wait for Hector to get home, arrest him, and then deport him and send him back home. As simple as that. Hector is at work right now. It works.
Is he a barker?
Oh, they got him. I thought Hector was at work. No, he was at home. He was not at work. Hector was at home. Now, how come Hector ain't at work, man? They got him.
¿Qué está pasando?
No
sé, no tengo arresto, yo no sé por qué.
¿Habla inglés o no?
No.
Little?
English, yes.
See, now they want us to feel sorry for this, but guess what? This is what you call an invasion. This is what you call an invasion. Look at all these anchor babies they've been having.
This is person, this is third day in my house, the rent.
What's that?
Yes, the rent.
So he has 2 arrest warrants for him.
My thing is this, man. If the parents are not citizens and they came illegally, there's no way that the children should be citizens. You need to send them all back to Guatemala. You need to send them all back to Mexico. 100%, bro. That's the best way to do it.
Tu papi ha de estar llamando, mi amor.
All right, let's hold off on calling anybody for a minute, though. Okay.
Okay. Ouch.
Right. He should have just came out so that they wouldn't have to bust the damn door down. Now the door's busted in. Now they got to come back and make another one. It might be a couple of days before they get that. Hector should have just came outside and surrendered instead of playing this Where's Hector game, not the Where's Waldo game. He want to sit up there and play Where's Hector? Where's Juan Carlos? You should have brought your ass outside so that they had to bust the damn door in. I got to huff and puff and blow the whole house down to go on a hunt for Hector, to go on a hunt for Juan Carlos, Manuel de la Puente, Jaime Escalante. Why you want to make ICE agents go on a hunt for you, man? You should have just came outside, boy.
¿Vienes para la casa, amor?
Sí, voy para allá, voy para allá.
Ok.
Me voy para allá, bye.
Ellos rompieron la puerta.
Okay, so kind of walk us.
Okay, now they're on a hunt for somebody else.
To do to safely get the job done.
Now this is Bradley on the border. Bradley on the border is on a hunt for illegals.
So kind of tell me how kids add a layer to this. It almost looked like they were kind of trying to show that they had kids in the house and kind of were hopeful that you guys wouldn't come in.
I think they very much were. They were almost holding them up, making sure that we knew, and we don't want to, put kids in that situation, but that's not a choice that we're making. We're not going to go away in this instance.
Yeah, you can't make ICE agents feel guilty. The parents put the children in this situation. You came illegally, you're undocumented, you impregnated your woman so that she can have anchor babies. You put your family in this situation. Don't try to make ICE feel guilty for doing their damn job.
We had a criminal arrest warrant for this individual, and we try to mitigate as many risks as we possibly can, right? We don't want to necessarily go into the house where that's his safe space. We know there's children. We're trying to let him come out where we can safely take him into custody. But at the same point in time, we're not going away, and there comes a time where you just kind of, have to go with it and effectuate the arrest.
So some of you guys have body cameras, some of you don't. What's the status of that, the body camera situation in the Charlotte area? Are you guys all getting them?
So all the enforcement officers are getting body cams. They are actually supposed to be here this week. So we do have a number of guys on our team that have body cameras, and we're hoping to have everybody have cameras here within the next 5 to 10 days.
So without the cameras, did you guys pause your traffic stops, or did you that was kind of
Bad boy, oh, what you gonna do? ICE is coming for you. What you gonna do? ICE is coming for you. ICE is coming for you.
a whiplash a little bit where Trump came out and said, no, you're not going to pause them?
Shout out to Scoop, man. I got to say, shout out to my dog, Scoop, for blessing us with a cash app. Shout out to my dog, man. Salute to Scoop. Salute to everybody for blessing the damn cash app. Salute to Go Gadget for blessing the damn super chat.
What was your guys' status of the traffic stops? Did you pause? Are you continuing them now?
So we were still continuing them. We obviously had body cameras. And one of the policy announcements that kind of came out was that you had to have at least one body camera on site. So we were able to still facilitate them. With the increase in vehicle assaults and, people.
Yeah, homie. You're on a hunt with Bradley. Now check this out. I got another one, damn it. I got another one, damn it. Oh, man, look at this.
Turning now to the latest on the immigration crackdown, new ICE arrest.
And some of the arrests sparking some very tense encounters with local residents. Local 10's Kristen De La Rosa is live in Miami with the very latest on this one.
What you're about to see are videos.
Bad boy. What you wanna do? ICE is coming for you. What you gonna do? ICE is coming for you. Damn it, man.
Miami-Dade and Broward counties. And yes, these are encounters between residents, immigrants, and ICE. And as you said, some of them have gotten a little intense. In fact, in some of these videos, you're going to see residents questioning ICE agents.
In Homestead, they're being followed right now.
In Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, you have a shipment or something?
And in West Park. People recording ICE agents on the hunt. Border Patrol outside Harris Field Park in southwest Miami-Dade. A mother disturbed, telling us she was dropping off her child at Head Start, unsure who they were looking for.
What do you want?
Outside a manufacturing company in Broward, a member of the staff questioning an agent on premises.
What do you want?
You got someone individual inside that's an illegal resident of the United States and is ready for deportation.
Well, we don't know anything about that. Just serve a warrant in a front desk.
A local 10 News viewer inside concerned they're after this man, his co-worker. He shows what he claims is a valid work permit and driver's license. Adding he's in the process of applying for asylum.
They're in West Park right now. Hollywood
Hollywood, Florida.
A Haitian man, neighbors say, was riding a bike on his way to work.
I was in Hollywood, Florida a year ago, and guess what? That's where those Haitians was walking up and say, "Hey, can I pray for you?" I said, "Hell no, you can't pray for me. You ain't finna put no hoodoo on King Supreme. I don't want nothing to do with no hoodoo. I don't want nothing to do with no damn voodoo." Hollywood, Florida is right outside of Fort Lauderdale, right? It's a suburb of Fort Lauderdale, I would say. And when I was out there, I had Haitians walking up, "Hey, can I pray for you?" Hell no, I don't want nothing to do with no hoodoo. King Supreme don't want nothing to do with no damn voodoo. Get the hell away from me. Hell no, I don't want you praying for me. Coming up here with that hoodoo.
Federal agents trying to question him.
Y'all put this on the Ring camera, put this on TikTok, put this on Facebook.
Residents tried questioning the agents.
You didn't even get his ID.
No.
Did you run his ID?
The man eventually taken into custody, his belongings abandoned.
Y'all left his stuff. This is the car they just took him in.
We are so
Yeah. Hollywood, Florida is in Fort Lauderdale, and Miami is right down the street. I was in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Hollywood. Keep in mind, I had a blast out there, man. I love Florida. I love Florida, man. It's a beautiful place, and I'll be coming back real soon. But yeah, man, let's get back to it.
working to gather the specifics on each one of these incidents. We did reach out to the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, man, I had an Airbnb, man. I stayed out there for over a week, man. I had an Airbnb, and I went to the beach. I went a lot of places, man. Had me one of the little sexy little women with me. I had a chick that's a flight attendant, right? You know, she a flight attendant. She put me on her flight benefits, so I was able to fly anywhere across the country for free. I didn't have to pay for the flight, so I just paid for the Airbnb. And she came from Atlanta. She came to Atlanta to meet me at the Airbnb in Hollywood, Florida. And, you know, we went around, we did some things. She was looking sexy, looking good. I had a blast in Florida, man. Beautiful weather, beautiful women everywhere. But guess what? There's a whole lot of Haitians. If you ever go to Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, or Miami, never let those Haitians pray for you. If a Haitian walks up asking, can they pray for you? Say, hell no, and keep it stepping. Never let these folks pray for you. I promise you they was coming up just randomly, coming up at random. Hey, can I pray for you? Hell no.
To find out more about ICE operations across our communities in the last 24 hours to find out if there is, in fact, an uptick. They have not responded, but DHS has maintained that what we are seeing in our communities is simply ICE agents and Border Patrol officers doing their job, applying and enforcing immigration laws and effectively upholding President Trump's campaign promises on immigration.
All right, let's go to the next clip about illegal immigrant.
All new at 6. Outcry in Hallandale Beach after activists say an arrest went too far, using a car to pin a man against a fence. Tonight, organizers are gathering at a rally outside City Hall. They're advocating for an end to what they call attacks in the community. Good evening. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Thank you for joining us. Dodge is your reporter live in Hallandale Beach. And Abby, what specific actions are they hoping municipalities take here?
Advocates for immigrant rights are hoping that cities like Hallandale Beach are able to limit the amount of ICE arrests in the area. They want municipalities to designate ICE-free zones, and they want to offer legal resources. They want Hallandale police to document federal misconduct and for the city to pledge to remain 287G free, which would stop local law enforcement from working with ICE. This rally comes after a man was arrested by federal officers, and witnesses say agents ran the man over. We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security. It says ICE officers were in Hallandale Beach on August 10th and arrested a man from Guatemala. His name is Hilmain Lopez Perez. Video circulating social.
Man, they pinned him up against the fence because he was trying to run. If he went down peacefully, do you think they would have pinned him up against the fence? Absolutely not. He was trying to run. He was trying to flee arrest, so they did what they had to do to get the damn job done. Cry me a river. Who cares?
Media shows him pressed between a fence and a law enforcement vehicle. According to DHS, he was treated for foot pain at Aventura Hospital and then taken in. Social media shows him pressed between a fence and a law enforcement vehicle. According to DHS, he was treated for foot pain at Aventura Hospital and then taken into ICE custody once doctors cleared him. DHS says ICE is investigating the incident.
We really want people to realize that all of these issues come full circle eventually. It affects us all in big ways. And
what do they tell black people when we get harmed by police officer? He should have complied. He was resisting. Listen, they're complaining about an immigrant that got pinned up against the fence and he was trying to flee arrest in the first place. So who cares? What they say when black people get shot by police, he should have complied. He was resisting. Well, the immigrant was resisting. He should have complied. He was trying to flee arrest. So they pinned him against the fence and arrested his ass. Cry me a river. Boo-hoo. Who cares? ICE is doing their damn job.
Nobody wants to call the police anymore. They're too afraid to call the police. And so these 287G agreements, these incidents with ICE, they're breaking our society in a lot more ways than family separation.
HBPD says it is not a part of 287G agreements here in the city and that they are not currently working with ICE. When I was on
shout out to my girl Steffi for bossing up with a beautiful cash out. That's my girl Steffi. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate the love and support that you always been giving, that you always been sending. Got a lot of love for you, baby. Shout out to my chocolate beautiful sister Steffi in the building.
The phone with a spokesperson earlier this afternoon. They say that they work to remain neutral and to ensure safety. Live from Hallandale.
Bad boy, oh, what you gonna do when they come for you? Oh, what you gonna do when they come for you?
Open the door. Necesitas abrir a ahora.
This extremely rare body cam of ICE raiding a factory and arresting over 50 illegal immigrants. September 4th.
God damn, there's a gang of illegals working at this damn job. You wonder why so many Americans are unemployed. You're giving a job to all these damn border hoppers, these illegals. Man, I want y'all to check it out. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Open the door. Necesitas abrir la puerta ahora. Yep.
This is extremely rare body cam of ICE raiding a factory and arresting over 50 illegal immigrants. September 4th, 2025, 60 federal agents surrounded nutrition bar confectioners in Cato, New York, after ICE intel revealed that over half of the factory's employees were using fraudulent Social Security numbers.
Those are locked.
Let's keep pushing.
We don't have them.
I know, my husband's an officer. Please go there. Please go more. Straight, sir. Straight.
Yeah, you can leave. You can just leave this right here. You can stop.
Hey! Venga! Vaya la 4 de Santo. Break room, please. Break room. Everybody in break room.
Look at all them damn Mexicans up in here, man. You wonder why black folks in these areas can't get jobs. Look at all these damn illegals in that damn factory, man. Barely can speak a lick of English. Some of them can't speak a lick of English. Damn it, man.
Attention, all nutrition bar confectioner employees. The police are here with a search warrant. Please move.
As the employees were pushed off the production line and funneled into the break room, they would soon be interviewed by Border Patrol for their immigration status. But realizing what was about to happen, several workers tried to slip out.
Now, they already put limited earnings on this live stream. Like, for what? Limited earnings already for what? All I'm doing is reacting to some damn video. Limited earnings. I told y'all I've been playing with the channel, man. But anyway, we're going to move on. I appreciate the people for supporting anyway. I got love for y'all, man, because for some reason they always want to find a way to put limited earnings on my damn streams. For what? I'm doing the same thing everybody else doing. I'm just reacting to videos. Limited earnings already, and the video haven't even uploaded to YouTube yet. I'll get an email, oh, you got limited earnings on this live stream. Man, middle finger to y'all.
I had just one go out the garage. Where did she go? Where did she go?
I don't know. You can come
Open that now. Open that.
Yeah.
One's running out the exit. Hey! Did you see him? No! Where are they going? Go! To the break room. To the break room. To the break room, please. Thank you.
Can I call my wife?
In a few. Everyone's gotta go to the break room for safety. You too.
Police, search warrant. Police with a warrant. See you in the bathroom. Si veo. Ven conmigo. She's still in the corner.
He hiding in the back. Look at the amigo. Amigo sitting up there hiding, man. Look at him. You can see his shoes. He trying to hide in the bathroom.
Lady, señorita, vámonos. Al baño.
Oh, man.
She's just being in the corner. She locked the door.
Yeah.
Come on.
Going up to the break room.
You need to get out of the car right now. Come on. Are you
Man,
cleaning?
you know how the Mexicans be having those fake social security cards and those fake IDs. Why did I tell you when they arrest him, they say, what's your name, man? Manuel de la Puente. But in reality, his name is Jose. What's your name, homie? Jaime Escalante. His name is Jorge, George. Mexicans and Latinos are known for having fake social security cards and fake identity. Listen, homie, me being from LA, I know this to be a fact. They are the kings of fake. They are the kings of false identification.
No, yeah, come on, please.
Yeah, there.
Come on, you need to go to the break room, okay?
Police, anyone out here? I don't see anyone else.
Police, come out! Police in the warrant, come out!
I can do a good old. Oh, it looks like there's a sphinx there. Can you see? Oh.
Okay. Perfect.
Hi. What you need? Oh, you were in the bathroom?
No, there's people in the
Okay,
bathroom.
Brandon, on me. Bathroom. Men's or women's?
Damn near all these people working at this factory are illegals.
Locked. Give me one.
Yep. Abra la puerta ahora. Abra la puerta ahora. Open the door. Abra la puerta.
It's the foot. It's resistance.
Yeah.
Hang it. Got it?
Necesitas abrir la puerta ahora.
Tell me back up.
Necesitas muevas. Vamos a abrir la puerta. Con fuerte.
He's in there.
I got it. Ready?
Yep.
Get down! Get down! Get on the ground! Females.
Siéntese ahora. Siéntese. No te muevas.
Miss, pull up your pants, come out of the bathroom. Pull up your pants, come out of the bathroom. Pull up your pants, come out of the bathroom.
Necesitas poner tus pantalones. She's asking to wait. She's moving pants up.
Okay, please hurry.
Okay. Señoritas, conmigo. A mis compañeros, por favor. Okay? Con mis compañeros, ahí. Gracias.
Please hurry, ma'am. Okay, stay there. Where is she?
Señorita.
Female in there in the toilet. Perfect. Thank you, boys.
Bathrooms are clear. Oh, we know.
We doing secondaries?
We should probably.
All right,
A lot of
let's-
spaces.
Well,
Yeah, I told you, bro. When they say these illegals don't take jobs, yes, they do. All of these jobs should be going to American citizens. So when they say these illegals don't be taking jobs from Americans, they take jobs from Americans in hospitals, because when you got a bunch of illegals coming to these hospitals, now they got to hire Mexicans and Latinos who cater to the people who don't speak English that's coming to the hospital. That's exactly how it happens. And the hospitals ain't the only job that it goes down like that. Trust and believe, I know. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I think or feel. This whole factory was full of illegals.
Can I look for Border Patrol?
Are we going secondaries now?
Secondaries.
All right.
Got you.
I don't see anyone from over here.
Do you work here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Warehouse man.
Okay, can you stay in line up there? Brandon, coming behind you.
With everyone now gathered, Border Patrol agents waved each worker up individually to be briefly interviewed and separated into groups. But
look at all these Mexicans, man. You don't see no black folks or no white people, and there ain't nothing but Mexicans and Latinos. Not a black person in sight, not even a damn white person in sight. Full of damn illegals. Oh man, they don't be taking jobs away from Americans. Yes, the hell they do.
with nearly 3 times more workers than ICE had planned for, the operation quickly began to fall apart.
Are you a citizen? Yes. Are you a manager or supervisor here? Anything like that? Thank
you. Look at all these Mexicans, man.
Work permit? Asylum seeker.
And this ain't California, homie. This is New York City. So what they're doing is they're busing these illegals all across the country to get they're busing these illegals all across the country to get them jobs. That's exactly what they're doing. I don't want to hear this nonsense about, oh, these are just all Mexicans. No, the hell they're not. Oh, excuse me. These are this is just happening in California. No, it's happening all across the country. This warehouse, this is New York. This is a city in New York, and it ain't nothing but Mexicans and Latinos. None of these jobs are going to foundational Black Americans at all. Ain't nothing but Mexicans working up in this factory, dude.
Permit coming down. Keep going. Where do you guys want her work permit?
¿De dónde eres?
Look at this.
¿Tiene documentos? El permiso de trabajo no es eso no te da no es para estar aquí legal, es más para trabajar. ¿Tienes un caso pendiente?
Here's your one coming back.
¿De dónde? ¿Cuándo es?
Hang up. Says USC. USC. What is she? Hey, we can't send stuff out without us knowing. What's she?
She's 15, I think. I heard him say he's just sending.
And this is what pisses me off with foundational Black Americans. You got idiots from our lineage talking about who's on code, and they voted for open borders because they voted for Kamala Harris. Well, you voted for a white man. You voted for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man that was going to keep the borders wide open. How stupid are you? If you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your mouth about who's on code versus who's not. Be quiet. I don't want to hear none of you people talking about who's on code. If you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your mouth. You ain't got no damn business talking about who's on code if you voted for that cosplaying tether that's married to that white man.
Okay, let's not. 15. 15.
Okay.
15. 15. Let's not let them walk willy-nilly. Can you make it louder? Because we don't know who's who. And we got people going all over, and that's not safe, okay? So what is this person? U.S. citizen. Thank you.
And there's an image. We're going to have to use no papers.
Which ones no?
The one in the white.
El permiso eso no dice nada. ¿Tiene residencia o permiso? ¿Tiene documentos? Ah, residente, ¿verdad? Bueno, te lo vamos a tener que ver fácil acá con el oficial allá.
Okay, so those are being checked. Yes, citizens. Okay.
Everything in there is not U.S. citizens.
Okay.
All right, so we can dispel these guys.
Of course, they're not U.S. citizens. You got anchor babies and illegal immigrants. The anchor babies are not real citizens. Check it out. It's like this, man. Check it out. It's straight up like this. If your parents came here undocumented and had you, you're not a damn citizen. You're an anchor baby. None of these anchor babies should be citizens. If your mother crossed the border undocumented, illegal, and had you in this country, technically you're not a damn citizen. They need to get rid of these. They need to get rid of the anchor babies and the parents who came over here undocumented. Get rid of all of them. It is way too many illegals and anchor babies in this country, and they're taking full advantage of the loophole that's in the system. The 14th Amendment was created for foundational Black Americans, not for illegal border hoppers that want to take full advantage of the damn system.
Let's keep, maybe we move all of the 1015s maybe back in there if we know that's all that.
There's left.
There are 1015s in there.
Okay, how do we feel about that? Moving all the 1015s back in there so we don't get them confused with this group? So single file line.
Ustedes que están aquí en una fila, pasen en otra vez acá.
How many go from there? Oh, I didn't see for sure, but at least 10.
All the 15s.
We're just gonna keep them in here. So if we're clear, if we're good that all these people are the
We have to
same.
get them on one side then, and put everyone on to another side. Is that cool?
Okay.
Now, this is New York. This ain't California or Texas. This is New York. And look at all those Mexicans that they sent to New York to work in these factories. These are jobs that could have went to foundational Black Americans or just Americans, not anchor babies, because anchor babies are not American citizens. They're not. These jobs should have went to foundational Black Americans or the white Americans. The only people you should see working in these factories are white Americans and Black Americans, not these damn illegals and anchor babies.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let's
Hold on. Sorry, I thought we already got through all these
because
people.
we were just sending all 15s out.
Yeah, it's gonna a little crowded out there.
Shout out to the House and Nicole. I've been trying to put our people up on game about illegal immigration and how it harms our communities, because a lot of these jobs will go to these illegals because they want to hire these damn illegals to cater to the other illegals who can't speak English. So what happens is a lot of these schools will hire Mexicans and Latinos to cater to the large influx of illegal children that are coming to these schools that can't speak English. So now they got to hire more Latinos to speak Spanish to these illegal children who can't speak English. And guess what happens in the process? We lose jobs at foundational Black Americans because now we got to cater to this large group of illegals that's overpopulating our communities, that's overpopulating the damn country. So now what they're going to say, we need to hire more Latinos who can speak Spanish to cater to these people who can't speak English. That is less jobs for foundational Black Americans. I've been putting y'all up on game for a long time. Stop voting for these liberal Democrat policies. I'm not saying that we need to be Republican, but damn it, we need to vote against people that's going to keep the borders wide open. We need to vote against people who are sympathetic towards illegal border hoppers.
Forma una línea, forma dos.
That's side.
Porque ellos los tienen separados.
Go over there. Go over there. Go. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Over on this side. Let's go. The quicker we do this, the quicker we get through it, right? Come to this side. Come up in the front to this side. No, you're not going in your locker. No. And I'll take the pen. I'll take it. Thank you. Hey, that side. All the way. You can come up here and go along up here. Come on. Up here. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, ponga atención, no más veces. Pon una línea aquí, ponte la pelea a la izquierda. Que ahorita.
What you guys got to understand is the more Latinos that they allow to come to this country, the more jobs will go to Spanish-speaking Latinos to cater to these non-English-speaking illegal immigrants. Every time you fill out a job application, they're asking you, do you speak Spanish? And why is that? because they want to cater to this growing Latino population. That's why they're always asking, do you speak Spanish? Why do I need to speak Spanish in the United States? For what? Oh, you want to cater to all these damn illegals that's coming over here. So you want to give these jobs to Mexicans who can speak Spanish to these non-English speaking border hoppers. Y'all better wake up and smell what's going on. Every time you fill out a damn job application, they're going to ask you if you speak Spanish. Man, please.
Entonces no te muevas. Y háblenos con respeto porque le estamos hablando. Ok, pero no le estamos levantando la voz, lo estamos tratando con educación.
Go. Go. I'm not going to tell you again. Go. Go. This isn't the moment. Don't be nonsense. This isn't the moment. All right, we're ready for the other ones. Against the wall. I don't know how you say that. Do we want to continue talking?
So this guy I already talked to, he's got an EAD, but he said he EWE'd 4 years ago. So the EAD doesn't do shit, yeah. So he can go.
Okay, on that side. All right.
So we're just going one side to the other.
Yep, one side to the other. That way we don't mix up.
With a proper line finally forming, agents began to realize that not only were far more workers undocumented than expected, but several of them had already been deported from the country before.
So they got deported and came back. That's how you know our laws is a freaking joke. These people got deported and still came back and got a job. Now imagine you getting deported and you come back and still get a job. You say, well, how did they get a job? They come back with fake social security cards. They come back with fake IDs. That's exactly what be happening. That's what be happening. That's what be happening. That's how it be happening. That's how it be happening. You get deported and come back with a fake ID and a fake social security card, and you get another damn job.
But he said he EWE'd 4 years ago. So the EAD doesn't do shit, yeah. So he can go.
Okay, on that side. All right.
So we're just going one side to the other.
Yep, one side to the other. That way we don't mix up.
With a proper line finally forming, agents began to realize that not only were far more workers undocumented than expected, but several of them had already been deported from the country before.
That's an appointment. That doesn't say anything.
¿Cuándo entró en los Estados Unidos?
El 2016, aquí tengo mi
Ok, pero esta tarjeta no puede cruzar la línea legalmente.
We can do additional checks out there if we need to. We've got the facial rec stuff.
I mean, she's not a citizen, she EWE'd. Pero ¿cómo entró la última vez? ¿Cómo? ¿Con un visa, con un pasaporte o salto la cerca?
Yo no puedo contestar, puedo llamar a mi abogado.
Okay.
Puedo llamar a mi abogado.
One coming behind you?
The one that had to use the bathroom.
Okay. Is she...
This is where she came from.
Okay, but does anybody talk to her yet?
I don't know that answer.
Okay.
¿Eso sale el baño?
Sí, ya lo sé.
¿Ya lo usaste? Ah, okay. She's good.
She's good, USC?
Oh, ¿de dónde es? No vas a responder hasta vas a estar...
Voy a llamar a mi abogado. Gracias.
She's refusing to answer.
So we can identify her? Does she have identification?
¿Identificación?
Oh, sí.
Okay, we'll just run that.
This raid had been 8 months in the making. Federal investigators first opened the case after local deputies began pulling over undocumented workers carrying factory pay stubs and W-2 tax forms in their vehicles. After more evidence was gathered, a federal judge quickly signed 2 warrants. But what agents didn't realize was that one of those warrants came with a single condition. It only allowed consensual conversation with the workers. And every second agents spent forcing answers out of employees would later become the foundation of a federal lawsuit.
See how it is? Now they're creating laws to protect illegals. Imagine that.
At face value. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Aquí va a estar indicado. Necesito un visa.
¿Visa?
Sí. ¿Cómo tuvo eso? ¿No visa?
See, guess what? And this is why I say, listen, I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk about tethers, but let me tell you, Latinos are the fastest growing group in this country. And guess what? They're not telling you that you need to speak African to get a job. They're telling you that you need to speak Spanish to get a lot of these jobs. Tethers represent 2% of the damn country. Latinos represent 20+% of the overall population in this country. Do you know how the Latino population grows so fast? Because they cross the border illegally by the millions to have babies. That's how the Latino population got so big. They did it through illegal immigration and anchor babies that leads to birthright citizenship. That's how their population got bigger than ours. Our women was too busy aborting their babies, running to the abortion clinic, getting pregnant by men that they're not married to. So now they got to run to the abortion clinic to abort the babies. Meanwhile, the Latinos are crossing the borders by the millions and they're having tons of anchor babies to overpopulate the damn country. That is a damn scam if I ever heard of it.
These would later become the foundation of a federal lawsuit.
At face value. That's right.
Africans and Haitian tethers only represent 2% of the country's population, and they're getting deported as we speak. They're not a problem, homie. They're getting rid of them as we speak. The Latinos are the fastest growing group in the South right now. They represent 70% of the new homeowners in North Carolina. And you got to speak Spanish to get some of these jobs. So the biggest threat to the FBA population is these illegal border hoppers that are coming from Mexico and Latin America. I promise you, 100%. And this is the thing. Why do these FBA people waste all this time talking about tethers when the majority of FBA people voted for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man? And she was going to keep the borders wide open. And our people were dumb enough to vote for that. So if you voted for Kamala Harris, you need to shut your damn mouth about who's on code. Be quiet.
Aquí no está indicado. Necesito un visa.
¿Visa?
Sí. ¿Cómo tuvo eso? ¿No visa?
Sí,
¿De qué país?
They don't ask you, can you speak African when you go get a job? They ask you, can you speak Spanish?
¿De qué país? Nicaragua. Necesito un visa. ¿Dónde cruza la frontera?
Por aeropuerto. Al aeropuerto de Miami.
¿Cuándo?
El 13 de septiembre.
September. Last year?
Hace 2 años.
Dígame la verdad.
And then what makes me sick to my stomach? This is what makes me sick to my stomach. All these FBA people making videos about tethers every day, and the same people in your comment section voted for a tether that's married to a white man, a tether that was going to keep the borders wide open, and she was married to a white man. So what's the purpose of all these FBA people piling up in these comment sections to talk about tethers when these are the same people that voted for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man? Make it make sense. You guys voted for a cosplaying tether that's married to a white man, and she was going to keep the borders wide open. So how you going to speak against tethers all day knowing damn well that you voted for Kamala Harris? It doesn't make sense.
Dígame la verdad. Aquí lo está diciendo. No. Necesito un visa. No visa?
No tengo.
You have no visa. Por los Estados Unidos.
Yo entré por el aeropuerto, no, con visa no.
No visa. Aquí en los Estados Unidos. Y ya. Ya está la visa.
Meanwhile, in an office off the production floor, a separate team of agents was executing the second warrant, a Rule 41 criminal warrant that allowed them to seize anything that could be used to build a case against the factory itself.
We're seizing everything. Like anything that's going to be seized is by us.
Yes.
I need you guys to go around to these FBA spaces and tell them, if you voted for Kamala Harris, shut your mouth about who's on code. It don't get more off code than voting for Kamala Harris. Shut your mouth about who's on code if you voted for that cosplaying tether who's married to a white man by the name of Kamala Harris. You need to be quiet about who's on code if you voted for that cosplaying tether that's married to the white man.
Anything of electronics will be turned over. We need to let IRS and our people know if you find stuff, label it. If it's financial,
or immigration, so we can differentiate as far as items.
As the suspects were escorted off the property and transported into several vans, a local deputy from the Cayuga County Sheriff's Office captured a Border Patrol agent sharing his personal views on immigration, a conversation that would later draw heavy criticism in the news.
I was my own worst enemy. Every time I went down, I wound up getting assigned to pod duty because I was the pod mouth. And I would not let anybody out of their cells. We did it in orderly fashion. We had it lined up. Yeah. It's bathroom time, or it's brush your teeth time, or it's food time. And other than that, nope. Your ass staying in there. You can't do that. I absolutely can't. And I need a phone call. No, you don't. Right. Yeah.
Listen, man, it makes me sick to my stomach when I go to a lot of these FBA channels and you got idiots talking about who's on code, and these are the same people that voted for it cosplaying Tether. How do you talk about who's on code when you voted for open borders? Serious business, real talk. It makes me sick to my stomach that we tolerate these dumb people. And these are the main people who got the nerve to talk about who's on code versus who's not. If you voted for Kamala Harris, you voted for open borders. Shut your damn mouth.
I need to go to medical. No, you look good to me. They're animals anyway, and I tell my kids all the time, like when they would come in once a shift to clean out the toilets, because in Central America we know this. Like,
Napoli, you got it covered up there? You need a hand?
Yep. Well, they were just throwing it on the floor. When they would come, they were brooming out the porta-johns and just all shit paper. Like there's a hole right there, dude. Nope. You're catching a
you know the unfortunate reality that I've been talking about. Not only did the majority of our people who voted, the majority of FBA people who did vote, because you're gonna have to use, so well, I took the couch. The overwhelming majority of FBA people who did vote voted for Kamala Harris. I prove my point. 90-something% of FBA women who did vote voted for Kamala Harris. 70-something+% of black men who are foundational black Americans who did vote voted for Kamala Harris. All these people that voted for Kamala Harris ain't got a problem with feminism. They ain't got a problem with open borders. They wanted this cosplaying black woman that was going to keep the borders wide open. They wanted her to become president. So these idiots who claim to be foundational black Americans, they ain't got a problem with feminism or open borders. I promise you they don't. Those people ain't, listen, these people that I'm talking about these people are a cancer to our community. They are hindering our progress. I'm going to say it again. These FBA people that voted for Kamala Harris don't have a problem with feminism. They ain't got a problem with open borders. They ain't got a problem with abortion. Those people ain't nothing but a cancer to our progress as foundational black Americans. I got to be honest with y'all.
Of Border Patrol life, yeah. I tell people like they want to imprint our culture on other cultures. Like, oh, these poor people.
Not only is she's cosplaying a black woman, she's married to a white man, and she was going to keep the borders wide open. And she promoted abortion to black women, as if abortion ain't the #1 unaliver to black children in this country. So if you a foundational black American and you voted for Kamala Harris, you're cool with feminism and you're cool with open borders. And you cool with the fact that Kamala promoted abortion to black women. You talk about being ass backwards. It don't get more backwards than that.
Like 9-year-olds in these cells with juveniles that are running them, and they're like the kingpin of that cell. People are bringing them their toothbrushes and their blanket to pay them homage, and they're 9 years old. Yep. What do you think they're going to do to your U.S. child who you coddle has no scruples whatsoever? None.
Ahora van aquí, por favor. Vaya con mi compañero, ahí.
Oh, apaguen el teléfono. Apaguen el teléfono. Apaguen el teléfono.
Apaguen su teléfono, por favor.
No, permítame el teléfono.
And then this is what these dummies were saying to me. Oh, so you gonna just vote for a white man? Yeah, I'm gonna vote for the white man that's gonna close the borders. I'm gonna vote for the white man that's gonna deport these illegals. And let me tell you, fool, something. If these people were really against white men, why would they vote for a cosplaying Tether that's married to a white man that was gonna keep the borders wide open? You're damn right I voted for Donald Trump. At least he closed the damn borders. At least he's deporting these damn illegals. If Kamala Harris would have won, these borders would be wide open. You think we got a lot of immigrants now? Just imagine the amount of illegals we would have in this country if Kamala Harris would have won this past election. Imagine that.
Enjoy what you're doing?
No.
So there was 25 in there. We just took 15.
I work in the intelligence unit. We were able to identify 24 that were here, so we knew from that, like, it's going to be at least that. So if somebody who comes in, flies in, either already has or is presenting themselves and needs either a visa or a waiver, right? Pretty easy. Anybody else, like what we have here, you'll hear the term IWI, which is entry without inspection. That's anybody who enters via any other means, didn't present themselves, didn't have a visa, snuck across the border, swam across the river, rafted across the river, whatever. No right to be here, never applied for a right to be here, so they're here. And that's the majority of what we have here. The only caveat to that being, as a non-immigrant, just about any crime that you commit is...
Let me tell you guys something. Foundational Black Americans voting for Kamala Harris is the equivalent of Latinos voting for Donald Trump. Let me tell you why. Open borders harms the FBA community 100%. Latinos voting for Donald Trump is like, you know, if a Latino vote for Donald Trump, then they're voting for mass deportation. Now they're crying about it because they're sending their people back home. So it's like, well, why would you vote for Donald Trump if he's going to deport your people? Just to turn around and cry about it later. Foundational Black Americans, we understand how open borders harms the Black community. So why would you vote for open borders if you're a foundational Black American? So that proves my point when I say foundational Black Americans who voted for Kamala Harris, that's the equivalent of Latinos voting for Donald Trump. You talk about being stupid. You talk about being backwards.
Means for you to be booted.
Of the 160 employees working that day, 57 were detained for having no legal immigration status. Some were deported within 72 hours of the raid. 3 months later, a total of 52 had been confirmed deported as a result of this operation, including at least one man who had a valid work permit. Additionally, 5 suspects were charged with illegal re-entry, including a woman named Argentina Juarez Lopez. In her arrest report, agents claimed she had freely admitted being in the country illegally, but she claimed she was asking for a lawyer twice and said nothing else. She filed a motion to suppress the evidence, and on December 18, 2025, a federal judge ruled that agents had violated her Fourth Amendment rights during the raid.
How do you have rights in this country if you're here illegally? Like, this is stupid. We got some of the dumbest laws in the country. If you're here illegally, how do you have rights under the American Constitution? Make it make sense. That's like me going to a country illegally. I'm undocumented. Then I want to cry about my rights, my civil rights as a damn illegal immigrant. I want y'all to hear that again. Imagine an illegal immigrant who ain't got no damn business being here in the first place telling you that you violated their rights.
Named Argentina Juarez status. Some.
Oh, man. The only caveat to that being, as a non-immigrant, just about any crime that you commit is means for you to be booted.
Of the 160 employees working that day, 57 were detained for having no legal immigration status. Some were deported within 72 hours of the raid. 3 months later, a total of 52 had been confirmed deported as a result of this operation, including at least one man who had a valid work permit. Additionally, 5 suspects were charged with illegal re-entry, including a woman named Argentina Juarez Lopez. In her arrest report, agents claimed she had freely admitted being in the country illegally, but she claimed she was asking for a lawyer twice and said nothing else. She filed a motion to suppress the evidence, and on December 18, 2025, a federal judge ruled that agents had violated her Fourth Amendment rights during the raid. Her illegal re-entry charge was dismissed, but that didn't stop ICE from deporting her anyway.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad they still deported. That is good news. I'm glad I sat up there and deported her ass. Got the nerve to talk about your rights being violated, and you ain't got no damn business being in the country in the first place.
suppress the evidence. And on December 18, 2025, a federal judge ruled that agents had violated her Fourth Amendment rights during the raid. Her illegal reentry charge was dismissed, but that didn't stop ICE from deporting her anyway. Despite public pressure, the factory itself has faced no charges.
You see what I'm saying? Man. Oh man, this is crazy to the mother effing Z.
All right, look, we're taking both of them.
These are
both being
illegal.
detained.
Now here goes some illegal immigrants, right? Immigrant.
All right.
What?
For what? For ICE.
For ICE, what do you mean?
Yes,
Tengo
for ICE.
permiso de trabajo.
So,
So
come
she
on.
has a work permit. Why? Pero llévate el teléfono. Llévatelo.
No te preocupes, te agarro todo ese.
Why is she being detained if
For ICE.
Hey, how we doing? No.
Somebody speak Spanish?
Not on this shift, no.
Okay.
No. You got Google Translate?
Yes, yes. Bueno. Yes.
Yeah. Did you hit them, or they hit you?
I need somebody to speak Spanish, or I don't know.
I got you. Hold on. ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás herido?
No, sí, estoy bien.
Sí.
¿Estás bien, tú, no?
Sí.
I don't know, when I walked up to check on him, he said that his head was hurting. He said that I hit.
Yeah, they feel entitled to be here illegally. They feel entitled to dump these anchor babies. That's how the Hispanic Latino population got so big, because they come over here by the millions illegally and they dump these anchor babies, and then these anchor babies have babies. The anchor babies are now having babies. That's how their population is getting so big. The Latino population in this country is not organic. Their population got big through open borders, illegal immigration, and birthright citizenship. That's how their population got so big so fast.
Hit them really, really hard, but my airbag.
No, el impacto cuando me pegó aquí, pero ya se me pasó.
Pero igual leo yo que.
Spanish speaking only.
He said that it did hurt him, but now that it's not hurting him anymore.
¿Qué ha pasado?
¿Vamos al hospital?
¿Quiere ir para el hospital?
No.
No, ahora dice que si después se siente mal, él yo lo llevo, que leo que a veces las ambulancias cobran mucho.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no.
No hospital for either room.
Can you just ask them what happened? See if.
So I guess they were waiting to get out of the merchant, the middle thing, and I was coming behind them, but I did not see them.
Okay.
So I hit them.
Okay.
Now, you see how a simple car accident led to a damn deportation? This is Florida right here. You got to understand, why do you think, listen, when Mexicans get in car crashes in Los Angeles, they keep going. They get the hell up out of there because they know if they stay, immigration might come. So when Mexicans hit people in accidents in California, they keep going. They don't wait. That's what makes them dangerous, because they're going to hit you and keep going, because they know if they stay, immigration might pull up to deport them. Scoop know what I'm talking about. If you're from California, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those Mexicans hit you and they keep going. They're not going to wait around for immigration or ICE to come. They're going to get the hell up out of there.
And all I seen was a semi pass and then another truck. So I seen the truck putting his lights on to like move over, like to let me in. So I went, but I did not see them at all.
Okay.
And I hit them and I braked, and then I went around them and parked because I'm scared of this road.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right. Sounds good.
Let me tell you something. If one of them Mexicans hit you in California, they going to keep going. Hell yeah, they going the Mexicans going to take off like Speedy Gonzalez. Speedy Gonzalez. That Mexican going to turn into Speedy Gonzalez if he hit you in California, man. He ain't finna stick around for ICE to deport him. You know how many hit and runs that Mexicans do in California? Countless hit and runs.
You driving? She was driving. Do you have licencia? Yeah, you were in the vehicle though, right? You were in the passenger seat?
Let me bring up the house of Nicole because she in North Carolina, and it's a game. Like North Carolina has one of the fastest growing Latino populations. I just did the stream the other day. House of Nicole, what up, sister?
What's going on, Red? How are you?
Oh man, just chilling, trying to put our people up on game.
I never thought that growing up as a kid, aspiring to see what my life was going to look like. I never would have imagined that I would be going through this right now. My whole community, which used to be, I inherited my grandmother's house. And on this side of town, which is the south side, it was nothing but black businesses. Growing up, you would see people that you knew in stores around this neighborhood. Now they call this side of town Little Mexico. My neighborhood has changed dramatically. Primarily Latinos now, and we do have some older people who live in the community who still have their houses. But I plan on having a meeting with some of our my community members who are still who are us, and as they getting older and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that they, try if possible to make the best decision when it comes down to leaving their houses to their children, or just not selling their houses because they're buying up these houses, and 8 or 9 of them are living in here. When ICE came this year, when they did the Charlotte Bliss or whatever, when ICE came to Charlotte, that same night I was backed into my driveway and I saw the gate. I cannot inside of that gate. That they, a lot of people across the any like until late night.
Yeah, you kind of you're breaking up, but I heard what you were saying though. Like you said, you don't see a lot of movement until nighttime because they're on the lookout for ICE, and you've seen the community transform. Like, and it don't take them long to overpopulated community. They say 70% of the new homeowners in North Carolina are Latinos. I've been trying to put our people up on game. They're giving them benefits. They're giving them these jobs. 3 to 4 families live in the same house. And they're putting their money together to own these homes. And eventually they're going to take over the damn community. And you are witnessing that right now in North Carolina. I'm pretty sure you are.
Absolutely. I am.
Yeah, man. It's a damn shame, man. And I've been telling our people, I'm like, y'all doing videos about tethers all day, but you voted for a cosplaying tether that kept the borders wide open. So what's the purpose of you making videos talking about tether when you voted for one? Her main agenda, her Kamala Harris' main agenda was to let a gang of illegals over here. Imagine what this country would look like if Kamala would have won. We already got tons of illegals here now. Just imagine how many we would have if she won.
And see, Red, this is the problem. See, there's a disconnect between our seniors, because I get steaming, piping hot mad at my family members because they don't know any better and they don't wish to know any better. Mm-hmm. When you try to, put them up on game, because see, I understand that they are used to legacy media, and they trust legacy media. They don't quite understand this social media concept, so they stay away from what they don't know. But just last night, I was telling my father about the Rick Child situation, and he couldn't believe it. I mean, he got so piping hot. I said, this is why you need to allow me to show you what's really going on out here, because they're not going to tell you on legacy media. They tell you what they want you to know, but we are in an information period in history, and it's time that you expand your horizon. going on out here because it's really too late, in my opinion. It's too late. I don't think that they are moving. If this was us, they would have no problem in rounding us up. But be it that this is cheaper labor, you know, they're not really trying to move these people out. I mean, they'll make a news broadcast time. We caught five are deported today. You mean to tell me it's only 5 and 20 million came in this mug within a 3 or 4 years time period, and you're bragging about just 5? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Last night I took my daughter to the emergency room because her school, which was an all-black school at one point in time, is now, they have all kind of flags in her school. And I mean, it's all type of students from all around the world that goes to her school. So she had gotten sick. And I took her to the emergency room. I'm thinking I'm not going to go to the one in my city because I already know that it's going to be slammed with immigrants.
Yeah.
I said, so I'm going to go to the town hospital. So I drive to the town hospital. Do you know we waited there for over 4 hours, and the only thing we got done was triage, and we waited and waited and waited, and they kept coming out saying, we're just waiting on an available bed. We're just waiting on an available bed. It got so late. We didn't leave there till like after 4 this morning. You know what I'm saying? Still didn't get seen.
That's crazy because what's happening is it's so many illegals there. They're catering to those people. So when our children or we get sick, we gotta wait to get a damn bed because they gotta cater to all these damn illegals who need medical and dental and all this stuff. So the hospitals are full of these people. And then this is the thing here. My auntie, I told you my family from Alabama. She works for the school board, right? She works for the schools in Alabama. And now all of a sudden you have this large influx of Latinos, right? And I know what you went through at the hospital because it's the same thing at the schools. She said, well, we're going to need Latinos to come work here to speak to these children who can't speak English. I said, no, auntie, you asked backwards for that. I'm going to tell you why. I said, what's going to happen is instead of deporting these people and you got more Latinos coming to the school, they're going to hire more Mexicans and Latinos to cater to these children that can't speak English. And guess what happens in the progress? Americans lose jobs because now they're going to give them to Latinos to speak Spanish to the Mexican Latino children who can't speak English. So you're voting for your replacement and don't even know it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And you know what she said to me, Nicole? Oh, I didn't think about it like that. I said, listen, I'm from Cali. I know how this goes. You guys don't see the games as being played. So hell no, you don't need more Latinos to cater to these students. That's going to be less jobs for people like you. You're going to mess around and get fired from your job because they're going to hire somebody that can speak Spanish. So hell no, you don't need people to work there that can speak Spanish. You need to get rid of those damn children because they're not citizens.
Absolutely. Our older people don't know that, and it's vital for us to try, if we can, if they're willing to have a listening ear, have these discussions with them because they have no clue. They don't think about, they think it's the same as the Democrats 25 years ago because they had a little bit of talk right, but now this is a whole different era and they don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? So it's vital that we have these discussions with our loved ones because it's like I said, it's almost too late at this point. Because I don't see them moving at this. But I want to thank God and I thank God for you because had I not subscribed to your channel a few years ago and you were putting us up on game about this stuff, I would have just been, I probably would have been overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed now, but you prepared me for this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to give up or get discouraged because truth, I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing content. They just sent me a celebration thing. I've been doing content for 4 years, but because I speak on the type of information that I do, they're not going to push you like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to push you like that because you are speaking truth to truth to power. And they always like to bury righteousness, and they love to bury truth because they don't want us to do better. They want us to march ourselves to the slaughterhouse. They want to depopulate. So when you're speaking of these things that we need to know, you think the powers that be want you to speak on these things? They want us to be dumb, ignorant, and blind. So, but you keep doing it anyway, regardless. You keep moving anyway. I don't care what comes, what goes, because one day they will come back to us because it's going to be so bad that they're going to have to, they're going to look for those truths, and they're going to look for the answers, and they're going to be able to pull up the things that you said. So you just hang in there.
Well, I appreciate you, Nicole. And yeah, man, we need to drive some more traction to your channel because people like us, we gonna rise. They can't stop us. They're trying to suppress the message now. But you being in North Carolina, I think is a good thing that you're putting people up on game over there and spreading the message as well. Because what's happened, when you think about what took place in California, it is now happening in North Carolina. You're seeing neighborhoods, schools, and hospitals catering to these illegals while putting us on a back burner. You're witnessing that right now in North Carolina. And this was a California. You know what people told me 20 years ago, Nicole? Oh, that's just a California problem. I said, yeah, but eventually it's going to spread all across the country. And you're witnessing it right now.
Absolutely. Don't know what to do. And it's very uncomfortable. I'm not mean to anybody. I'm going to treat, because that's just my nature and that's what I have to do. So I'm going to treat everybody the way I want to be treated. But in terms of what I like, what's going on, not at all. And really, I stayed on the phone maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago for 5 hours trying to get in contact with ICE. 5 hours. I didn't click over for any incoming calls or anything like that because I know all the spots. I drive part-time for Uber and Lyft. I know all the spots. And I drive in Charlotte, I drive in Raleigh, I drive throughout all of North Carolina, and I know the spots. So they could put me on as an independent contractor, and I could show them everything. But I don't really think that's what they want, because if you think about that lady who was in the Senate, her name was Green or something like that. She was a Republican. She was all for deportation until it started affecting her construction company.
Yeah.
And now she's no longer on the Senate or whatever, but now she's against Trump and everything else because he deported some of her workers.
That's crazy. Goddamn. Well, I appreciate you, Nicole, for pulling up, sweetie. Tap in with us anytime. I'm gonna bring up Scoop.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, anytime, sister. You know, and what I want to tell you guys is this. I got a lot of love for the sisters, man, but I just gotta call out, like, if you're promoting a feminist agenda, you're an enemy to our community. If you're a black man and you're a gang member and you want to focus on unaliving other black people, you're stopping our progress, man. Hey, man, we got to wake up before it's too late, and it's damn near too late now. We got well over 20+ million illegals in this country because we voted for these same people to come over. We voted for them to come over. Voting for these liberal democratic policies is why they overpopulated the community and the country with these damn Latinos. And now they got to hire more Latinos to cater to these border hoppers who can't speak English. So they're going to hire people who can speak Spanish to these border hoppers, which means less jobs for you. Shout out to my man, Scoop, man. The homie, I'm going to let Scoop go ahead and cook.
Salute, Red. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. You got it, man. Yeah.
Red, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got it. You might be in a bad area, Scoop. I don't know.
Hear me?
Say. Yeah, go ahead. You got it. Yeah, I think Scoop. Hold on one second. Let me this is what I'm gonna do.
So I'm gonna talk to the female first, and then I'll just have you translate. How long she been here? Where she came from? How she entered? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Let me know when.
Go ahead.
And they saying, where you from? She's gonna get deported, man. It's crazy because a lot of times Mexicans, when they get into these accidents, they gonna keep going.
Sí, buenos días.
¿Cuántos años tiene aquí en Estados Unidos?
Llegué en el 2000, tengo 26 años.
¿Y cómo llegó?
¿Cómo?
¿Cómo llegó aquí en Estados Unidos?
No le entiendo cómo llegué.
¿Con quién método se fue? ¿Fue legalmente? ¿Cruzó la frontera? ¿Cómo lo hizo?
Oh, yo tengo que contestar todo eso que usted me está diciendo.
All right, let's see if we can get Scoop. I think he was probably in a bad area. Scoop, man, you got it, brother. Are you there, Scoop? If so, you got the flow, my brother.
Diciendo.
Sí, es por la oficina que está investigando.
Déjeme si quiere ver si puedo contactar a mi abogado, porque yo no sé si yo puedo contestar eso que usted me está preguntando.
John, she said something about an attorney.
Something about an attorney?
Yeah, she's not sure she can answer that question because she doesn't have her attorney.
Okay, that's fine. Just tell her I'll make the phone call and we'll go from there. But at this point, she's not free to leave.
Ok, en este momento ella va a hacer una llamada y en este momento no se puede ir a ningún lado.
Ok, me parece muy bien.
All right.
She can say 26 years about how long she's been here.
That's fine. All right, same thing for him.
Señor,
Sí, dígame.
¿cuánto tiempo tiene aquí en Estados Unidos?
Yo cumplí 2 años, un mes.
2 años aquí en Estados Unidos.
Sí.
¿Y cómo llegó?
Yo llegué por, ¿cómo le digo? Por Utah. Por Utah. Por migración.
¿El centro de inmigración?
Sí.
¿Y cómo dice Utah? ¿Se llama el lugar?
No, o sea, yo llegué a la ciudad de Utah, al estado. Pero yo entré por Sonorita. Okay, gracias.
John, she said he's been here for about 2 years and he ended through the immigration center in Sonora.
In Sonora?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she say where she came from or no?
No, she didn't want to respond. She just said how long she's been. And after that, she said, I'm not sure if I can respond to that. You might turn or something.
Okay, that's fine. All right, I appreciate it, buddy.
How's it going? How can I help you?
All right, so I'm out on a traffic crash right now with 2 individuals. The one driver license that the lady gave us indicated she's not a U.S. citizen. Another guy gave us a ID out of Colombia. I want to do a status check, but see, with her, I had an interpreter interpreting for me. She says she's been here for 26 years, but she won't tell me what country she's from because she says she has an attorney. So.
Okay, so she does have a Florida deal?
She does. It says temporary, and then she's not a U.S. citizen.
Let me pull her up on David and see what she's submitted. You have access?
You've been here for 26 years and you can't speak English? That's crazy. That is crazy.
David or no?
I have access to David, yeah.
So sometimes, I mean, just for future reference, sometimes whenever they have a DL, even if it's temporary, at least out of the state of Florida, they usually have to submit some type of immigration document to be able to get the DL.
I got you.
Just for future reference.
Yeah, I got you.
Sometimes you can get like an A number off of there because they have an asylum pending and they'll have the A number. What's the DL number?
Dile que qué es lo que está pasando.
We're just transferred from my mom. Hi, sorry.
Okay.
Because she doesn't understand some of the questions.
What questions?
She's kidding. So that you were asking her questions.
About?
¿Qué preguntas estaban preguntando? Que si de... ¿Pero si estás bien para ir? Pregúntale ya.
Oh my God, man.
O sea, que sí, ¿qué reporte necesitan hacer? Porque yo tengo que irme. What report needs to be made or should I do the report?
Oh, he's working on it now.
Oh, okay. Ahorita está. Sí, dile que si él viaja con él, que también tiene que trabajar. And then if they're free to go afterwards because he has to get to work.
Yeah, once he gets done and once I get done what I'm doing.
Let's fast forward. Listen, man, let's fast forward all of this. And we're going to see what happened, man.
I understand your frustration right now.
All right, give me 1 second and let me take care of this, but stay on the phone for me.
Oh, they got her in handcuffs. They got Jose in handcuffs and they got Maria in handcuffs. Now, let's see what's finna happen, man.
I understand your frustration right now, but like I said, when they give us a call and they tell us that, hey, put a detainer on somebody that was involved in a traffic crash, that's up to ICE. That has to do with federal. We have nothing else to say about that. All right.
But he had nothing to do with the accident or anything. He was just a passenger.
Yeah, being a passenger in an accident, still being part of the incident.
Can you put him under my custody? I'm a retired law.
That would be completely up to ICE. If you want any more information, you're gonna have to go to Okeechobee County Jail. All right.
Okeechobee County Jail.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He'll be able to take his phone with him and anything. He'll be able to make phone calls. All right.
And what's your name again?
Deputy LaRue.
No.
Ajá.
Dime.
Mira, dicen que ellos llamaron a ICE y ahí le di una orden para que te arrestaran porque por los papeles, pero entonces tú dices que tú tienes los papeles, ¿dónde tienes los papeles de trabajo?
No, por eso le digo, yo los tengo aquí en el teléfono. Lo que me mandaron la información.
See, you got to understand, this is how the Latino population got so big. They come over here by the millions, and then they dump millions of anchor babies for birthright citizenship. And then the anchor babies have babies. That's how their population grew to 20%. Their population didn't grow organically. Their population grew through illegal immigrants and anchor babies.
Información y todo cuando yo me metí en mi asilo y todo.
Envíamelo, tú puedes enviármelo rapidito.
Pero estoy aquí que me tienen esposado ya.
Sí, te van a arrestar porque ICE dijo que te arrestaran. Tú vas a ir te van a llevar al cuartel de aquí de la policía del county en lo que investiguen los papeles tuyos. Cuando investiguen los papeles te sueltan. Pero que envíame la información a mí para yo ir también y decirle que yo tengo la información tuya de los papeles.
Sí, avísale a Felo, de todas maneras.
A Felipe lo estoy tratando de llamar y no lo coge.
Sí, no, pero qué bueno.
Pero que vete con calma y vete ahí al cuartel, que ellos te van a investigar, te arrestaron para investigarte. Y dice que si no tienes los papeles, pues entonces te van a deportar.
Sí, pero aquí los tengo en el teléfono, ya se los muestro entonces y le digo.
Cuando llegue ICE, cuando llegue la otra, porque él no tiene que ver nada, es ICE.
Bueno, listo, Felo.
I said because my mom doesn't have legal status with the work permit. And someone on the phone, I think it was an ICE agent, they were saying that she doesn't have legal status. Which doesn't make any sense because I know they did something with the laws where they try to change it to make it seem like, oh, we don't got a legal status if you have a work permit. Why did they even run an ICE check and have it all right here? Why are they running immigration status if they don't even bring that? Do you guys do a routine immigration status whenever you pull someone over?
Do what?
You guys do a routine ICE status check whenever
You would do a routine ICE status check?
Yeah.
So when we run an ID, it tells us if you're a citizen or not. So we just check your status, make sure you're legal. So I did have a deputy in the jail interpret, but she still refused to answer questions. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to take her in, man. Like I say, The Latino population got big because of illegal immigration and anchor babies. And the anchor babies are now having babies. So that adds to their population. You know, I've been telling y'all for a long time, when the anchor babies start having babies, their population will grow. And you still got illegals crossing the border and having babies while the anchor babies are having babies. Come on, man. When will our people wake the hell up? What's crazy to me is that foundational Black Americans voted for Kamala Harris. And if you voted for Kamala Harris, you voted for open borders.
And the thing is, listen, I'll be honest. I've been very generous with this right now. Because number one, I don't have to have you on the scene. I could have kicked you off of it. But it is your mom, right? Been very generous. Okay? Listen, all they wanted to know was simple little questions, right? Yet you sat there and you're telling her not to answer. Okay, I get it. You have an attorney involved. Listen, if she was good, great. You know what I mean? But given the fact that that happened, it is what it is at this point. Okay? And like I said, I've been sitting here letting y'all talk and let them make phone calls. Normally, we don't do this. We don't. Okay?
So this is the new normal of what happens?
What is it?
This is the new normal of what happens when you have a work permit.
What do you mean?
Because my mom has a work permit.
Right, but does that give her legal status?
I thought it did, but apparently not.
Right. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, if she's got the attorney, great.
Yeah.
Get that figured out and we're done, you know what I mean? So, because I'm all for it. Like I said, if you're doing everything you need to be doing, great. So, I get it. People are just trying to work.
See, now it's time to, like, see, this is the thing. This is why you never let them come over here in the first place, because they get comfortable and they want to cry, and then their kids start crying, and it's like none of these people should be citizens in the first place. If your mother came here illegally to have you, she should not be a citizen herself. Anchor babies are not real citizens. They're not. They need to send her back to Mexico with her mother.
So you're taking a little jail,
Leave your camera on. I'm gonna get you a card and I'm gonna give you a case number, okay?
Being kind of know.
Listen, it does, unfortunately, I mean, it's a job that I have to do, right? You know, and like I explained earlier, you know, if she would answer the questions, all they were going to do was refer her to a center, say, hey, go check in, so on and so forth, right?
Yeah, we did.
Given the fact of that's what happened, it is what it is, right? And like I said, you know, I'm more than generous. I get it. That's your mom. You know, I have a mom. I completely understand. That's why I allowed it to go on for as long as I did. You know, normally if you see these other towns, what do? That's crazy. It's crazy. Ridiculous, right? So I'm gonna get you a card. I'm gonna give you a case number. Give it about 6-7 days, and then you get a copy of the report. Okay.
Okay.
So let me get that for you. All right.
Turning now to the latest on the immigration crack.
All right, you guys. I gotta wrap this one up, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. It's an unfortunate thing, man. Foundational Black Americans, if you voted for Kamala Harris, you voted for open borders, you ought to be embarrassed of yourself. And these are some of the main people online talking about who's on code. Imagine a Kamala Harris voter, a Kamala Harris supporter talking about who's on code versus who's not. Y'all need to shut y'all damn mouths up, man. There's too many of our people that voted for this got the nerve to be online talking about who's on code. That's crazy. That's crazy that you would even open your mouth and talk about who's on code if you voted for Kamala Harris, which means you voted for open borders. You need to be quiet. Keep your mouth shut. Crazy. But anyway, man, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure that you guys bless the like button if you haven't already. It's King Supreme, man. I'm gone.